Today we are going to be making a demo of our digestive system. So we're going to start with this lovely looking banana and put it in this bowl, which represents our mouth. Next, we're going to add a graham cracker, and we're going to take this and begin mashing this up. It represents our teeth, beginning the mechanical process of chewing, which is our first part of digestion. Next, we're going to add in some saliva. Saliva adds a little bit of moisture to help with the chewing, but also it has digestive enzymes to further the process. After the bolus or food has been swallowed, it enters the stomach through the esophagus. This bag represents the stomach, and in it there is orange juice, which represents our stomach acid. Once the bolus is in our stomach begins to use the stomach acid along with some mechanical digestion to break down the food and get it ready. Once the food has been digested as much as it can be in the stomach, it enters our small intestine through the pyloric sphincter, which is just a hole to connect the stomach and small intestine. The small intestine is represented by this stocking. Next, we are adding some red food coloring. This represents the red blood cells that have died and are ready to be excreted. Also, we are adding green food coloring, which represents bile. Bile has a couple of different functions. One is to break down fats, and the other is to neutralize the stomach acid so it doesn't damage our intestines. As you can see, some liquid is coming out of the intestines now. This represents the nutrients that our body absorbs and uses. If you remember from last week, we are looking at a semi-permeable membrane. So our intestines are semi-permeable, meaning that they let some things through and some things they don't. They will absorb the nutrients that they are able to and that our body requires, and everything else is left to be the waste. After the small intestine, it moves down into our large intestine or colon, where the process continues with water absorption. Finally, the waste or feces reaches the rectum, where it waits to be excreted from the anus. We are left with this small piece of feces.